Welcome back to Fast Market here on the Schwab Network. We've been talking big tech today, and we're going to throw some retail in there also. It's time for our cash tags. For that, let's bring in our next guest. It's going to be Megan Brantley, Vice President of Research at Likefolio.com. Hey, Megan, got Amazon hitting fresh all-time highs today. Their last couple earnings reports have just been spectacular. They've seen a resurgence in AWS, their growth rate there. But on the retail side, they're doing really good also, right?
Yeah, so whenever we look at Amazon, a couple weeks ago, we put out a report of 3 surprising early leaders in holiday shopping. Lululemon was one of them, and you saw how Lulu just performed. And Amazon is another one. When we look at this, if you compare Amazon, which obviously is an e-commerce leader, versus other traditional retailers, Walmart, Target, Costco, we see significant outperformance. We also see some acceleration in these web visits. So whenever you look at this is on a 30-day moving average. We have Amazon visits up 17% year over year. This is higher than on a 90-day moving average. So we're seeing sustained momentum from consumers who are continuing to shop with Amazon. And I think a lot of that has to do with how easy Amazon has made it for consumers to shop and make purchases, not only in the products that they're carrying, not only in their delivery satisfaction that we've seen improve pretty nicely over the last year, but also in even its mobile experience. We see strong adoption of its app, not only for e-commerce, but also for its Prime Video service. So I think that Amazon is creating strong value in its Prime subscription, and consumers are really flocking to this ahead of this holiday season.
Yeah, and we've seen some of the, so far holiday shopping data that's been relatively positive at this point, whether it's from the National Retail Federation, Adobe Analytics, and we've seen online and e-commerce, their growth rates double, triple, people going to stores. Maybe that's weather related a little bit, but is that the key here, is that the total addressable market for e-commerce is massive, right? And it's still in the infancy as far as the amount of purchases, right? So will that continue to move higher as far as maybe your data shows that, hey, that trajectory of where e-commerce continues to eat away at in-person retailers, that's going to continue?
I think part of it has to do with just the way that these companies have been able to build out their logistics, that you can order items that aren't necessarily perceived as, cheap items, that you actually get to order the item you want, and it's delivered to your doorstep in now a few hours. Like, I remember a couple of years ago, we were talking about 2 days was novel. Now you can have same day delivery. So Amazon has done a really good job of improving its fulfillment and its just selection. And I think just to give a perspective and some scope on the comment that you made about just the enormity of e-commerce spending, I think Adobe is the one who, let me make sure I'm reading this stat correctly, but during peak hours on Cyber Monday, consumers spent $15.8 million every minute. That's absolutely insane. And Amazon is taking a large chunk of this. And so I think that this is one for us that, a couple of weeks ago, we thought, man, the market's really sleeping on Amazon. But now seeing where shares are trading, we think that this is about right. We think that Amazon is about to have a really, really nice holiday season bolstered by a lot of e-commerce activity.
Yeah, I was part of that trend there as far as spending. Maybe not that much, and maybe not $15 million a minute, Megan. But my goal is this holiday shopping season not to step one foot in one store, and that might. And so far, I'm hitting on that. But then you start looking at the competitive space here. Amazon is by far the leader. Are they susceptible to maybe Walmart Plus or some other areas within retail as far as maybe taking, because you can only be the biggest player for so long, but they do it so well. Are any of their competitors eating in maybe to their market share?
We have seen a lot of really strong performance from Walmart recently. And so I think that that is a shocking competitor, that Walmart's done a very good job of building out even its third-party network. So it almost feels like when you're shopping on Walmart, you're shopping on Amazon. I don't know if it's as good as Amazon, but that's certainly some rising competition. And other players, we have even small players. If you think of Shein, if you think of Temu, you've got some of those players that are entering the field that have very affordable products that consumers feel like they can get that could be competing with Amazon. But so far, we see strength in these other players, but we see outsized strength in Amazon. So at least for now, at least for this holiday season, Amazon is a pretty clear early winner.
You mentioned the Amazon Prime, 200 million subscribers globally. I mean, they continue to be able to raise their prices on their memberships, right? Is this maybe one of those areas within Amazon that is overlooked a lot sometimes because the amount of advertising dollar, that's one of the areas that they're really growing at. So with that customer base that they have, and the ability to raise prices, and people aren't going to leave Amazon at this point. Is that more areas of potential growth for Amazon that you see out of your data?
Yeah, I think that the advertising potential is really substantial whenever you look at Amazon. Amazon should be a case study in how to effectively leverage live streaming content. The way that they've been able to execute the addition of live sports has been really tremendous. I think Netflix should and likely has taken notes of that execution for live content. And I think that the advertising potential there and how it shifted its Prime Video to allow for tiered and allowed for more advertising exposure, I think it's just really smart from the company's perspective. So that's a significant growth avenue that has nothing to do with its e-commerce, but the fact that it has Prime Video kind of looped into its major subscription model. This is perhaps one of the best ecosystems from a subscription perspective that we've seen.
And finally, here to wrap it up, Megan, when you look at the chart on this up nearly 48% this year, hitting all-time highs today. It's getting stretched on a technical basis. The RSI is about 72 on it, so it's in overbought territory. I mean, you guys still positive? Would you have a positive earnings score on this one with it so far above levels that we've seen recently?
I think that we were looking for Amazon to make this move, and so this to us seems pretty justified. We see a really strong, like I said, holiday season coming for the retailer. We'll have to see how much higher the stock goes, especially ahead of its next earnings. But yes, we are bullish on this name, and we think that it has a tremendous growth runway ahead of it.
So you guys looking for dips. I think everybody's looking for a dip in Amazon stock to buy it. All right, great stuff as always, Megan. Have a great weekend.